All right, everyone, welcome back to Vegas, Gabe. I'm so sorry I'm late. Tropicana still is pretty congested, so I thought it'd be a little bit better today because F1 was done last night. But the Raiders are playing at home today. It's actually they're playing right now, so that probably had something to do with it. Especially Tropicana by Las Vegas Boulevard is really congested. So I'm sorry I'm late. I'm here now. Welcome, welcome, Miller. How was F1 weekend overall? Um, I haven't heard good things about it. From I'm in a Facebook group for bartenders and servers here in Vegas, and they said their places were pretty slow. They were cutting people because it was pretty slow. So most places in Vegas actually didn't make money from it, if that makes sense. Um, Only maybe two or three actual hotels and casinos that are on the heart of it is probably the ones that made money. Most places in Vegas actually didn't make money, and Clark County actually admitted that they're not even making about a fifth of the revenue that they made last year. What's going on, Fro? What's going on, bud? Hope you're doing well. Ron, thanks for being on here. Welcome, welcome. You're watching the Raiders game. Okay, I couldn't even tell you who's winning or anything. I haven't watched. Actually, I did watch the Cowboys game today. That was a crazy game. It was a sloppy win, but it was a win. Ron, thanks for the like. I appreciate you. Bro, hope you're doing well, man. But yeah, F1, I would say it was a letdown to the city. I really would. Um, not even a fifth of the revenue it generated last year. Like I said, most places it's worth it. And there's people yesterday that were talking about it saying, hey, why are the races so late? And I kind of jumped in and told them it's because they cater to the European crowd. And it's just, I don't know, it's weird. Hey, Fro, you got a new subscriber. Yeah, Ron, Fro's awesome. Fro does some good live streams too. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. From what I understand, it's a 10-year contract here in Vegas, but I really hope they do something because I don't think it's worth it. I think they're really trying to push F1 to the American people, and I think it's just not here yet. So why transform a uh, a city in the Las Vegas Strip and cause the locals a huge headache for a month and a half before and about 2 weeks after just for this? So I don't know. I think they really should take a hard look into this and see if it's even worth it or not. There was one escalator that had a good view of the track. As long as you kept moving, the cops couldn't stop them. People rode it up and down 100 times. That's awesome. Yeah, yeah. I saw that on a YouTube short and TikTok too. But yeah, I know which one you're talking about. A lot of people were doing it or posting it from there. Watching the Green Bay game. Okay, nice, nice. Everyone, welcome. Please hit that like button for me. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing to my channel. Help me build up this community. Yeah, this is Vegas. We're just looking at kind of the back end of the strip. So if we were on Las Vegas Boulevard, we'd be on the other side of these buildings with all the lights. Well, not lights right now in daytime, but the Bellagio fountains are still blocked right now because of Formula One. So even if you are on Las Vegas Boulevard, you can't see the Bellagio fountains right now. Also, Venetian. Did you hear that they drained all the water for the Venetian too? What are they called? The gondola, whatever. They drained all that. So they did a lot for Formula One. They moved all the palm trees in front of it. Yeah, this time because last time they were putting like a window tint and people were just ripping it off. So this year they got a little bit more excessive with it. So if you haven't heard, Delano is no longer Delano. They changed the name. They partnered with Marriott. So that's why, here, let me zoom in for just a second over here. There's no name on Delano anymore. They took the name off. From what I understand, Delano is going to be W from now on, or the W, something like that. Las Vegas is losing. I'm from DC area, so disappointed on the loss to the Cowboys. Gotcha. Yeah, Miller, but you know what? It was a sloppy game. It was a really sloppy game. I mean, special teams on both sides on both teams messed up pretty bad today. How many missed point attempts did the Washington's kicker miss? And then the Cowboys are sloppy. I mean, the offense. I won't say that they were terrible because Cooper Rush actually had decent numbers. Um, it was just a sloppy game. If it wasn't for uh, Turpin's kick return, you know, defensive touchdown, they wouldn't have won that game. And like I said, it's not Cooper Rush. I mean, his numbers were actually decent. I honestly think it's the coaching. I think the coaching staff needs to go. And like I said, for Washington, two missed extra point attempts. You know, it's just a sloppy game. Am I working? Yeah, I'm working today, Ron. Unfortunately, I'm working today. Yeah, Ron. The Cowboys are terrible this year. And this is coming from a Cowboys fan. Cowboys are done this year. Honestly, I'm not expecting anything. Honestly, though, I will say this: their defense actually kind of showed up today. Their defense looked better today. But I still think it's the coaching staff. I think McCarthy needs to go. The last kick was bad, yeah, for sure. I get this question a lot, so let me go ahead and go through this. It is 62 degrees right now. 62 degrees, and it's going to be quite a bit cooler later on tonight. Wednesday, it's expecting to cool down more though. What's your least favorite drink to make for customers? Bro, that's a great question. I'd honestly say it has to be the mojito because it's very time consuming. You got to muddle the limes. You got to muddle the limes with the mint. You can't shake it, so you got to kind of mix it by kind of moving it from one glass to the other a few times to get it all mixed in. You can't shake it because of the soda water, the carbonation. So it's very time consuming. So yeah, that's probably the one I would say. I used to hate making the old fashioned, but I make old fashioned so much at my current job that actually it's not very time consuming anymore, and I actually don't mind it anymore. Plus, I'm more of a whiskey drinker, so that's all I was drinking that day we met up for. I was drinking whiskey and Seven Up. Burned almost a gallon of fuel today. Was running my RC cars all day. Wow, we're on okay. I mean, hey, at least it sounds fun though. I actually really need to get started on my drone. I need to get kind of cracking on my drone. I need to start studying for the FAA 107. The FAA 107 exam, and I also need to start actually getting out here and practicing my drone more, like actually like taking off and launching it and stuff like that. I just have a cheap drone from Amazon. For right now, I want to say it was like $60 or so. It actually does have a 4K camera though, but I haven't even messed with the camera yet. I'm just kind of practicing landing and taking off with it, and then I'll start practicing more things like actually turning left and right, kind of, letting it sit still, so I can record with the camera and stuff like that. That's gonna come with time. But yeah, I need to start studying for the FAA exam. I think it costs about $175, so I just got to save up some money for that too. I had a bartender who couldn't make a blue. She had to look at her phone for the ingredients. That's crazy. That's such a simple drink too. But you know what? It depends on what part of the listen now. It depends on what part of the world you live in too. Because I'm assuming in beach areas, more uh, tropical areas, they might get more kind of beach vibe drinks, and other places you might get, different kind of drinks. Like in the hotel slash or hotel bar and casino. I'm sorry, bar and restaurant I work at. It's a lot of business people, so I get a lot of old fashions, scotch or whiskeys, neat, vodka soda, stuff like that. But when I worked in the casino, I'd get more people that were in town for stuff like that. So I would get a lot of shots, strong drinks, Long Island's, other effers, Tokyo teas, stuff like that. So it depends where you work at too. Sometimes you'll get different type of drinks. When I worked at the nightclub in Southern California, it was a country bar, so it was a lot of whiskey, a lot of Jack Daniels, a lot of shots because it was a nightclub, so people wanted to feel it. So it really just depends on where you work at too. Seen some of your videos at RC looks fun. Nice, that's awesome. Did you check out the Neo yet? Yeah, I did, Ron. Actually, it looks like it's gonna be my first drone. I'm like 99% certain on that. Just gotta save up some money. Between buying that one, it's a couple $100s, and then saving up for the FA exam, that's another 175. I just gotta save up some money right now. So, just came off my Philippines vacation. So, but yeah, absolutely, that's for sure something I'm gonna get. I think the Neo is a great drone. You can take off and land it right on the palm of your hand, which is really cool. So yeah, I'm super excited about getting that. I actually looked at Best Buy and Amazon to see if there's any kind of Black Friday deals, but not on the Neo. Those are my small old drones. I sold all those. I run giant fifth scale now. I need to upload a couple of videos. Oh, that's awesome, Ron. Nice. So, how did you learn to fly drones just as a hobby? Hit the like button, hit the hearts on the side. Thanks, Roy. I appreciate you. Sorry, this isn't a more exciting live stream, but I do work in just a little bit. So, this is very convenient to my job. I don't work very far away from here at all. So, it's like a 5 minute drive. So, it's kind of convenient to hang out and keep my promise to y'all that I'll try to live stream every single day. So, but I am off on Tuesday. Tuesday, I'll try to do a more exciting live stream, probably somewhere on the strip. So stay tuned for that. Wednesday, I am off. Unfortunately, I got summoned for jury duty, so I have to show up to see if they're gonna make me report or not. So DM, it's not new though. It's a couple years now, but yeah, I used to fly RC helicopters, then I got into drones. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, nice, Ron. I've heard some bartenders switch to cheap liquor if the person they serve gets drunk enough to not notice. Um, no, honestly, because that's robbing the customer, and I can get in trouble for that. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's some bartenders out there, they do some shady stuff, so I wouldn't put it past them. But yeah, personally, I wouldn't because it's theft. If you're charging them for a well brand or a premium brand and you're giving them cheaper stuff, it's theft, and you can get fired for that. There's cameras over the bar top. You know what I mean? It's very easy to prove. So, yeah, personally, I wouldn't do that. Um, yeah, I wouldn't do that at all. Now, if someone does get a little bit too intoxicated, I've seen bartenders water down the drinks before, and yeah, that's kind of something you either do. You either cut them off completely or kind of water their drink down a little bit. But yeah, giving them a different brand but charging them for the premium, I wouldn't. And I think in some states you could probably get in trouble for that too. But yeah, F1 is done, I believe. No more F1 at all. Um, I'm glad. Get it out of the way. But yeah, right now the Raiders are playing at home at Allegiant Stadium over there, kind of. So probably, I don't know. I would assume it's probably in the fourth quarter already by now. Miller, you said you're watching, right? I would say it's probably in the fourth quarter by now. So once that lets out, Tropicana Avenue and Las Vegas Boulevard are going to be an absolute nightmare. Um, the 15 will probably get a little bit congested, but not too bad. All these side streets in front of T-Mobile Arena would probably get all bad, and the whole area by Mandalay Bay and all that is going to be terrible. But yeah, if you're watching, please hit that like button for me. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. Help me build up this community a lot. Under 2 minutes left. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, in a minute, it's gonna be bad then. Watch, traffic is gonna get really bad for a while. I saw a guy at Binion's give a cocktail waitress $1 for a drink. I never saw her go back in his area. Ron, that's true. I mean, you know, the if you take care of someone, they're going to take care of you too. That especially for cocktail servers, because keep in mind, especially depending on where they work at, they might have a huge floor or part of the casino floor to get drinks for. You know what I mean? So they're going to remember someone that isn't tipping them, and they're going to remember someone that's tipping them very well. Um, and they'll also take care of you if you're taking care of them. Like, say you're with your girlfriend or your boyfriend or whoever it is, and they're not gambling, you're the only one gambling. But if you're tipping them well, they'll ask both of you, "Can I get you anything?" You know. So yeah, if you take care of them, they're going to take care of you. And trust me, they will find ways to kind of avoid you if you're not tipping or if you're a little bit too drunk or whatever the case may be. But yeah, I used to work at the casino floor. There's a cop coming by with sirens on. I used to work the casino bar at a casino in 2019. So I used to make all the drinks for the cocktail servers, and believe me, they know if someone's not tipping them. If someone's tipping them well, and they'll say, "Can I have it in a larger cup?" Can I have a whatever it is, vodka soda, but in a um, tall cup with the regular pour? Or they'll ask, "This person's a little drunk. Just don't put too much alcohol in there." Trust me, they find ways. If you take care of them, they're gonna take care of you. Of course, I'm usually a good tipper. That's good, yeah. And of course, that goes if you're getting good service too. Have you served any celebrities? I heard some over tip just to avoid bad press. No, no, I can't say. Well, one person. I actually didn't serve him directly. Um, but my the bartender I was working with that day, my coworker served him. He got some food to go. Matt Hardy. Matt Hardy was staying at my job for about 4 or 5 days a few months ago. So he got a to go order, and he did tip. He did tip. He was actually really nice, really friendly, and he did tip. So, but that's really the only one that I or my job had personally served while I was there. What's my best tip ever? You know what, Ron? I used to work at a nightclub in Southern California, and the owner for 1 year actually tried being open on Christmas Eve, and he scheduled two bartenders. I was supposed to open and get off at, I can't even remember. I think 11 p.m. or so, and then the other bartender was supposed to come in like at 9 or 10. I can't remember the time, and then he was supposed to close it down, right? But the other bartender texted me about an hour and a half into it, and asked me how's it looking, and I told him it was very slow. So he ended up telling me, "Do you want to just take the whole shift? That way we're not splitting money, and at least hopefully you'll have a decent night." So that was the only time at that nightclub I worked at Christmas Eve. I was the only bartender there. There wasn't a lot of people. I would say maybe 30, 40 people in the entire nightclub. But I think someone had a like a 65 or $70 tab. I want to say it was like $65, and he tipped me the tab. He tipped me, um, if just say it was $65, he tipped me the tab. So he tipped me like $65. Other than that, um, at my current job, there was a big party one time. They had a conference at my hotel, and after the conference, they came over to the bar and said, "Hey, I have like 20 something people. Can I reserve this little corner of the bar? And I'm gonna leave a credit card, and I want to leave an open tab." So they did. They left an open tab for like 2 hours. Um, they got up to over $1,000 in um, alcohol sales. And so I think autograt, I got like 150, $160 in autograt. Plus they left me another 100 on top of that. So I would say that's probably my largest tip so far. And CEO, welcome, welcome. Thanks for being on here. Everyone, if you're watching, please hit that like button for me. If you're not subbed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Let's build up this community. Yeah, it's 61 degrees now. 61 degrees in Vegas. It's gonna get cooler tonight. Wednesday, the temps are dropping again. So if you're visiting Vegas anytime late this week, expect the temperatures to be cooler. Formula One is done. F1 is officially done for this year, I think. Um, so the last race was last night. The Raiders are playing at home today, so the game's about to end here very soon. Expect expect a lot of traffic around Tropicana Avenue and Las Vegas Boulevard. Have you ever got anyone try to skip out on the tab? Yeah, Ron. Yeah, 100%. At the nightclub, that was a big problem. At the nightclub was actually 18 and up. So I actually had you had to look for a wristband, right? If they were 21 and over, and then 18 to 20 would have a big giant stamp on their wrist. Um, so that was a big thing too. Is underage people trying to drink. Someone over 21 would try to buy a drink and then slip it to their underage friend. So that was a big problem. Walking out on tabs was a big problem. Current At my current job, we get a lot of business people, a lot of airline and stuff. So there, luckily, it's not a big problem. But yeah, it's Oh, and at the casino, yeah, that I would say that was a problem too. How do I get onto this bridge? What bridge, Matt? Nah, this isn't my favorite place to live stream. It's just very close to my job, so it's kind of convenient. If I am coming this direction, but if I go towards Flamingo, it's actually very easy for me to go and live stream at the Rio. So it just depends where my GPS takes me. But yeah, this is just a place that I come and live stream, then drive to work. It's only like a 5 minute drive to work from here. Um, but signal is pretty spotty sometimes, so it's not my favorite place to stream. But Matt S, thanks for being on here. I appreciate you. Oh no, this one doesn't cross to the strip. This is just a parking garage. But yeah, Tuesday's my day off. I'll do a live stream from the strip somewhere. Wednesday, unfortunately, I got summoned for jury duty. So Wednesday, I got to show, or Tuesday, I got to call in and see if I'm going to be expected to report in or not. But unfortunately, yeah, Wednesday I may have jury duty all day. The head CEO, it's just a bar off the strip, nothing big, no casino or anything. Ron, no keynote tonight. I work late. I close tonight. The only day that I actually had an opportunity, I got off early, was last night. But I have a theory that on busy like holiday weekends or busy weekends where there's an event going on in town, I have a theory that casinos tighten up the slots to not pay out. Because the last couple of times that we've gambled on holiday weekends, man, we get our butts kicked. So I didn't want to go out last night just because it was F1 weekend. I think the slots would be kind of tight. And also, I didn't know if they were charging extra for parking because of F1 weekend. So we just avoided it last night. But yeah, no, today and tomorrow I close. Actually, tomorrow's my longest shift of the week. But Tuesday, I'll try my hardest to do something, live stream somewhere on the strip. And then also maybe a little bit of keynote. We'll see. I feel the same way about that there. Yeah, Ron, I really do feel like it because every time there's a big event in Vegas or there's a holiday weekend or a 3 day weekend, I've never had any luck to say, like, oh man, we got lucky this weekend. But other times is when I usually get lucky. So yeah, we just kind of avoided it. I didn't want to deal with traffic, possible, well, yeah, possible traffic from F1 letting out. I don't want to deal with extra parking fees and then the tight slot machines. Green Bay 38, San Fran 10. Wow. But Brock Purdy didn't play today, from what I understand, right? So everyone watching, please let me know, where are you watching from? What state or what? Where are you watching from? What country? What state? I'd love to hear from some of you. I'm a Vegas local. My name is Gabe. I live here. I try to live stream every single day. There's a plane leaving Vegas. I try to live stream every single day if I can. I love interacting with y'all, so please feel free to chat in my chat. I release videos very frequently. As a matter of fact, the video I released this morning, please show it some love. It's trying some Mexican food about a mile off the strip. So you know where, say where Lugs, or actually where Excalibur is, you on Tropicana Avenue, you'd pass MGM, go about a mile on Tropicana. There's a Mexican restaurant, and it's kind of a fast food restaurant. You can dine in or you can take to go. It's open 24 hours. It's a lot cheaper than strip prices, and they give you pretty big portion sizes. So I did a review of that. I sat down there, ordered some food. The food was amazing, um, and I highly recommend them. And I kind of did a more in-depth review of the food, actually trying it on camera and showing y'all everything that it comes with and stuff. So I'm really trying to. There's a helicopter coming back from a tour. So I'm really trying to kind of dive more into like food stuff because those actually get decent views most of the time. So yeah, show me some love on that video. All right, everyone. I think we're back. I'm sorry about that. Like I said, signal here is kind of spotty at times. That's why it's not my ideal place to live stream to do a rooftop video from because this does happen here quite a bit. But I think we're back now. Sorry about that. Traffic is actually starting to back up now. It wasn't this bad to exit on Tropicana Avenue. You can see it going all the way. It's backing up a lot more. I'm sure the Raiders game ending has something to do with that too. Quinn, how's it going? Welcome. Thank you for being on here, Quinn. I appreciate you. I watched that video tonight. Thanks, Ron, as always. I appreciate you. But yeah, there shouldn't be. Well, yeah, I'll still say this. If you're still going on Flamingo, there's still that temporary bridge, and they still got to undo all the F1 crap. So expect some detours on if you're taking Flamingo. Um, Tropicana was actually fairly smooth earlier, except for the traffic from probably the Raiders game and people leaving town or whatever. But yeah, I would expect the F1 stuff to still be a headache for the next week and a half or 2 weeks or so. because all that stuff takes some time to undo. That temporary bridge on. So would you guys check out the Delano once it goes through its changes, the name change, and they partner with Marriott? I know some people are like Marriott. I don't know what their what is it called, Marriott Bonvoy? I think it's called Bonvoy, where you get like points and stuff when you stay there. I know some people like just do Marriott a lot. Some people prefer Hilton. So I'm hoping F1 loses enough money that they pull the contract. Yeah, Ron, me too. Honestly, I haven't talked to a single local that actually likes their presence here. I haven't talked to a single local that likes them. And it's not saying that the race is exciting or any. I mean, it's not exciting or anything. I'm sure it's really cool and everything. It's just the fact of how much it inconveniences everyone. The traffic, the congestion, the road closures, the detours, and then from my standpoint, I have bartender friends, or I've seen bartenders on Facebook posting about how much money they lost, or that the traffic wasn't worth driving into work, so they actually requested the weekend off. Head CEO, here's the interesting part. Ellis Island Hotel and Casino did sue the owner's revenue throughout the case. Um, Gas station slash liquor store slash convenience store on Flamingo, very close to Koval, that also sued F1. I don't know what happened to that one though. But they were they were hit hard by the road closures and detours. So I really hope that other business owners do start suing F1 again. Even one of the race, I saw this in the news. One of the main racers was complaining, saying that the city's too much of a distraction, passing by all the casinos and having to walk a long way to get to your room past the casinos was like a big inconvenience. One of their drivers actually was trashing Vegas too. There's a T-Mobile Arena, by the way. T-Mobile Arena is home of the Las Vegas Golden Knights. They're our pro hockey team. They play there. Tons of UFC events and boxing matches and all kinds of concerts happen there. Um, a lot of people actually don't know this, but Park MGM actually has a theater too. It's called Dolby Theater, and I think Usher was just there last weekend. So they get some big name artists there too. Other than that, where the Tropicana Hotel and Casino was at, that closed down on April 2nd. The new ballpark is going there. So the new ballpark for the Oakland A's that are going to be relocating out here, they're going to be playing their first year that they're scheduled um, to play out here is 2028. So Vegas is getting a pro baseball team. The Oakland A's will be following the Raiders out here. Two more helicopters just passed by from coming back from the tours. So I was on top of a building where I saw the video of the F1 race and stayed there until the event was over. Wow, they're pretty strict, so that's nice that you were able to get a view of that. That's great. But yeah, we're getting a pro baseball team now. The Oakland A's are following their former brother team out here, sister team, whatever you want to call it, the Raiders out here. So first year they're scheduled to play out here is 2028. There's also a lot of rumors about an NBA expansion team coming to Vegas. There's originally they were looking at land off the south end of the strip. I think past even Allegiant Stadium. Um, I heard that fell through. That didn't happen. So there's a few other locations that are rumored to be in talks, including the Rio. The Rio has a lot of parking for the convention area, and they own a lot of land around the Rio. That's another rumor that's flying around like crazy right now. Is that the Rio might not the Rio hotel itself, but the land that the Rio owns might be a new location for an expansion team. But that's just rumors at this point. Gabe, I gotta go. Everyone have a great night. Ron, I appreciate you. Thank you. Have a great one. Stay safe and hope everything's going well. But yeah, I don't know. I don't like the location of the A's, the ballpark that they're bringing in. I think it's going to be a lot of more traffic and congestion to an already congested Tropicana Avenue and Las Vegas Boulevard intersection. That intersection gets really bad for Golden Knights games, for Raiders games. Keep in mind we also have a WNBA team too, the Aces. So imagine if just two of our pro teams play on the same day around the same time. It's going to be a traffic jam for a long, long time. So I don't like the location of it. I think there's better locations for it. Um, I think the NBA team, hopefully, if it is true, they should look at a better location off the strip. I don't think the Rio would be a bad location. I think the Rio is just enough off the strip and in the opposite direction of the other pro teams. So I think that would be okay. There's another helicopter coming back from a tour. Oh yeah, they're adding a resort to the stadium. Yep, for sure. It's going to be owned by Bally still. They have blueprints, but I don't know. There's a lot of rumors going around about the fact that they don't have the funding for it yet. Who knows? But the Tropicana has been imploded already, so it's just rubble there. So whenever they're going to start building, they're ready to. They just got to start it. Yikes, another helicopter. This one's flying pretty low, actually. And you can kind of see the little bit. Hopefully, I don't lose signal. But see, you can see a little bit of the corner of the Mirage right there. The Mirage closed its doors on July 17th. It'll never reopen. Another plane leaving Vegas over Delano. Yeah, the Mirage closed on July 17th. It'll never reopen. It's home to the new Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Las Vegas. I believe that one is scheduled to open in 2027. Yeah, welcome, welcome. If you're just joining, please hit the like button for me. Helps the YouTube algorithm to push my live stream out to more people. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. Help me build up this community a lot. But yeah, traffic is already getting worse now. You can see it exit. But this is the Tropicana Avenue exit right here. You can see it. You can see already backing up more and more, and that's because the Raiders game just ended. So I bet Tropicana Avenue and Las Vegas Boulevard is a nightmare right now. So you can see some congestion for the Tropicana Avenue exit. Um, Also, these back streets over here also get really bad too. Over by like T-Mobile Arena and all that, you'll see more traffic kind of back up over here too. Yeah, the hotel will have a violin or guitar licking. Yeah, it's going to be a guitar-shaped hotel on the Las Vegas Boulevard side. We're talking about where the Mirage is at, by the way. Another helicopter. Yikes! They must make a ton of money. But anyway, um, where their volcano was at the Mirage on the Las Vegas Boulevard side, that's exactly where the guitar-shaped hotel is going. It's going to hold about 700 plus rooms. And in the current Mirage Tower that's still there, that is actually going to be completely remodeled and transformed and connected to the guitar-shaped hotel. So they're both going to be part of the Hard Rock. So it's going to be interesting to see what they do. They have some big shoes to fill though, because the Mirage is, even in its final month, we got to stay there. It was still really nice in its final month, and yeah, they have some big shoes to fill. Their pool is beautiful, really beautiful pool. Yeah, I'm excited to see what they're going to do with Delano. From what I understand, it's still going to be owned by MGM. It's just going to be a partnership um, with Marriott. It's one of the helicopters leaving, going that way right now. That one's probably a Maverick tour because it's flying pretty low on the strip. That's probably a Maverick tour. But keep in mind, there's also tours going to the Grand Canyon too. It's getting pretty chilly out here. I actually scheduled the stream. Traffic was bad, so I adjusted it while I was driving to make it 10 minutes later, and I was still a few minutes late. Um, it's just Tropicana was kind of bad, and that was while the Raiders were playing. Now it's probably a complete nightmare. But yeah, it was a lot of traffic, so I was late to the stream. And on top of that, I had to run back to my car and get my jacket because it's a little bit chilly right now. Right now it's six. Let me see, 61 degrees still. Yeah, so 61 degrees, and it's dropping. Like I said, Wednesday they're projecting it's going to be even colder starting on Wednesday. Here, I'm gonna go here for a second. See this? See the bike right there with the lights? Have any of you ever done that here on the strip? I wouldn't do it in this coldness. And I guess depending on where you go, I don't know. But you see them all over the place, especially on Tropicana Avenue, some parts of the strip. Again, for those of you just joining, sorry, this is kind of some of you like these rooftop live streams. Some of you find them kind of boring. I'm sorry. I'm working in just a little bit today. So on my days that I work, I'll find some time and do a cool little live streams like this. But on my days off, I'm out and about. So Tuesday, I promise y'all more fun and exciting live stream somewhere on the strip. Maybe a keynote live stream after that. Wednesday, I actually got summoned for jury duty, so I'll find out Tuesday night whether I have to show up Wednesday or not. If I don't have to show up, if I get excused, I'll do another stream on the strip somewhere on Wednesday. But if I have jury duty, then maybe after or something. But we'll see. Hi Rhonda, thank you for being on here. Welcome, welcome. Go live from the court. Yeah, for sure. Huh? Live stream the case. Rhonda, where are you watching from? We'd love to hear from you. All right, some of the lights are turning on now. So let's see what lights are on yet already. Looks like so far just Bellagio's sign. But Luxor did light up their little. Here, I'm going to zoom in for just a second. They did light up the little tip of their pyramid or whatever. Oh, you're a Vegas local. That's awesome. Welcome. Always great to see some locals on here. So yeah, just doing a quick, or not really a quick, but just doing a little stream before work. I work in just a little bit, but yeah, I live stream practically every single day. Oh, you live by Santa Fe? Okay, that's awesome. Nice. How was F1 weekend for you? Did you get it stuck in a lot of traffic or more helicopters? Yeah, especially on a. Actually, I had the worst traffic on Thursday. Friday was kind of bad traffic, but Thursday was the worst one. Friday was some traffic, and yesterday I think I left early enough where it was only a few minutes longer, but nothing terrible. Staying away from traffic. Yeah, Ron, I don't blame you. If it wasn't for work, I would have avoided everything to do with the strip and F1 completely. But and did you hear it's not even bringing in the same amount of revenue it did last year? Everyone, please hit that like button for me, by the way. It helps the algorithm out to push my live stream out to more people. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing to my channel. I live stream pretty much every single day. I release videos very frequently. Check out my video from earlier today. Some good Mexican food here in Vegas. You'll enjoy it. Head CEO, you heard it? Yeah. Rhonda, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. But yeah, Raiders game just ended. That's why you're seeing more and more traffic, kind of congestion. A little bit on the highway, not too bad, but exiting Tropicana, you'll see a lot of traffic. A lot of the side streets, you'll see traffic. Tropicana Avenue, Las Vegas Boulevard will be a nightmare for like the next hour. Okay, Mandalay has its lights on now. So Mandalay Bay turned on its lights. Rhonda, yeah, I believe so. Someone on here was watching the game earlier. They said they were losing. So this is just Aria event parking, by the way. Aria is a huge property. I did a walkthrough of it. Actually, I did the walkthrough before my Philippines trip, but I actually didn't release it until after I came back from vacation. So it just was released a few days ago. But Aria is a huge property. It's huge. It's owned by MGM. Tons of restaurants in there. Tons of casino space in there. It's really nice if you haven't walked through there. Vidal Hotel and Spa, no casino involved. After the whole F1 event was over, I went straight back home and stayed there. Gonna stay there until the F1 things are gone. Yeah, I don't blame you one bit. Every local I've talked to has said that they don't know why Vegas puts up with F1. And I gotta see, I agree. Only two or three actual hotels and casinos actually make money from it. Locals are inconvenienced for a couple of months before and a couple of weeks after the F1 races. Um, Many of my bartender friends or bartenders that I know in Vegas or talk to say that they actually request the weekend off because it's not worth the traffic and how long it takes to get to work. And some people they can't even drive at all because there's no way to get to work, so they have to take like a tram or the monorail or a public bus or something. So everyone that I've talked to just says that it's just not worth it. Such a beautiful evening, yeah, Rhonda, it for sure is, especially once everything starts lighting up. Mother, and don't get me wrong, I've been to some beautiful cities, and there's some to live in, but something about this city at nighttime that's just differently. Yeah, there's some other cities that I would love to live in if it wasn't so expensive. But Vegas isn't the same either. Vegas has gotten way more expensive since I originally moved out here. There's more traffic, more congestion, more ghetto people, more population, more people living here. That's a pretty new picture right there, actually. Man, I don't think I've ever seen so many helicopters flying over. There's another one, plus there's one more coming. I'm waiting for the Luxor light to come on. Did F1 make money this year? Hope not. James, from what Clark County said, I don't, please don't quote me on the numbers. I don't know the exact numbers. I believe they said last year they made supposedly about 1.4 billion, and this year they're only projecting about 240 million. So not even about a fifth of what they made last year. But they won't release those numbers for probably at least a month. And if the numbers are bad, they'll probably wait as long as they can to release the figures. Yet another helicopter. I'm telling you, there's a lot of helicopters tonight. What part of Vegas do you live in? I live in Henderson. I live very close to UNLV, very close to the university. It's not the best area, but it's not the worst area either. But that's a weird area because you can be on a really kind of decent area for 2 blocks, and then you'll drive for like a minute, or past like a couple of cross streets, and all of a sudden you'll see a lot of homeless people. You'll see a kind of rundown area, and then you'll drive for like another block or two, and it actually looks okay, decent apartments or whatever. It's a really really weird area. Everyone, welcome, welcome. My name is Gabe. I'm a Vegas local. Thanks for checking out my channel. I try to live stream every single day. I release new contents of Vegas and other places very frequently. I also travel. I just came back from the Philippines. So thanks for checking out my channel. Please hit that like button for me if you haven't yet. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel or consider becoming a channel member. Channel members get early access to all my videos. Yeah, just thank you for being here. It means a lot. What's the temp right now? It is 59. I think it was 62 when I started the live stream. Now it's down to 59. Yeah, temps in Vegas are going down. I saw in the news. I think by Wednesday the temps are supposed to be going down even more. Okay, Luxor has its light on already. I You can kind of see it. What was the name of that? The good food, Carrie. That's called Casa de Sabor. It's Mexican food. I didn't know actually 3 locations in Vegas. Um, I've only gone to that location on Tropicana Avenue, um, kind of going towards Maryland Parkway. But that's the only location I've ever been to. But when I Googled their address so I can put it in the description, I actually saw they have 3 locations. And I think they have one that's closer to the strip. So that's pretty cool, actually. But they're open 24 hours, quite a bit cheaper than a lot of the food on the strip. So I highly recommend if you're in Vegas, go off the strip. If you're driving, go off the strip a little bit. You're going to get cheap cheap prices. Um, you're gonna get I don't know. You're just because it's off the strip. Probably less crowded, less waiting times and stuff. Actually, the traffic congestion kind of stopped getting off on Tropicana Avenue. The cars were backed up all the way over here a few minutes ago. Unless it's just unless we wait for another red light and then it gets bad again. I'll keep an eye on that for a second though. But yeah, like my favorite burger restaurant in Vegas is actually off the strip. It's on Flamingo Road off the strip. They have really good burgers. They won an award, best burger in Vegas for like 3 years or something like that. But good prices, excellent service, good draft beer options. Um, my favorite barbecue food also has been off the strip. So I'm a big fan of, showing y'all some stuff, not just on the strip, but off the strip as well. Show you Vegas in its entirety. Because some people like that little hidden gems and mom and pop restaurants or, you know, other stuff in Vegas. So I've shown you some cool stuff on the strip, but I'll also show you some stuff off the strip too. But yeah, like I said earlier, I didn't have a cool little rooftop live stream before work. I work just very close to here, about 5 minutes from here. But this is the back end of the strip. So if we were on the other side of the strip, we'd be on Las Vegas Boulevard, and we'd see all the lights and the signs and everything. We're just kind of looking at the back end. But yeah, it's still a great view, I think, especially when you see all the signs pop more at nighttime. The signs are turning on little by little, but once it gets completely dark, you'll be able to see, like Luxor, you can see the light pop more now. I like mom and pop little restaurants. They can be pretty good. Yeah, Rhonda, since you're local, one place I highly recommend, it's called Meat Wagon. It's about 20, 25 minutes from the strip, but it's called Meat Wagon. It has excellent reviews online. The customer service was like so excellent there. The food was amazing. So I highly recommend the Meat Wagon. It's a really cool, like a alien or spaceship kind of alien vibe there. But the owner is amazing. I highly recommend the Meat Wagon. And yeah, like I said, I have a really good burger place that I like. It's actually very close to where I live, but they make an amazing burger, much cheaper than any burger you'll find on the strip too. Really nice big burgers. Comes with good fries too. They have a monthly special, or like they have a monthly burger that they release monthly, and it's something different that's not usually on their menu. So it's pretty cool actually. And then the best barbecue I've had has also been off the strip. So I'm a big fan of just showing Vegas, not just the strip. For those of you that are driving and kind of want to venture out, highly recommend it because Vegas is huge. It's not just the strip. It's not just Fremont. There's so much to Vegas that people don't even know about. And same thing with the casinos off the strip. If you go to casinos off the strip, you'll find that it's free parking, no resort fees. You're just paying all this stuff. Here's the deal with the resort fees. The strip is owned by, I would say 40% of the strip is owned by Caesars, kind of in the heart right here. Caesars Entertainment owns a good chunk of the strip right here in the middle. The south end of the strip is dominated by MGM. So once one of the big players on the strip started parking and started charging for a resort fee, the other big player was like, hey, if they're doing it, we're going to do it too. And then all these independently owned circs and all them were like, well, the big guys are doing it, we're going to do it too. So it's going to be one of these big players to say, you know what, business is tough. We need to have a competitive advantage over our competition. Let's stop charging for parking, or let's stop charging resort fees. And then I guarantee you, just for example, if MGM did that, I guarantee you a couple months later, Caesars would announce they're doing the same thing. That's what it's going to take for that. There's so much to see, 1 million%. Yeah. Vegas is a really big city with a lot to see and a lot to do. I actually highly recommend it. Go get off the strip and see some of Vegas. And even Fremont, don't get me wrong, Fremont's great. It's cheaper than the strip. Like parking is a little bit cheaper. The resort fees are generally a little bit cheaper than the strip. But drink prices, if you're partying on Fremont Street Experience, usually a little bit cheaper than the strip. So Fremont is a lot of fun. They have free concerts there in the summertime. So if you want to go check out Fremont, it's a little bit cheaper. It's a lot of fun. But there's just places everywhere in Vegas you can go and check out and have a great time for cheaper. It would be amazing if you were allowed to be able to do a stream via helicopter. Carrie, I'm sure they'll let me. It's just I think they're very expensive though. Speedy, how's it going? Welcome, welcome. All right, y'all. Sadly, I gotta go. I gotta drive to work. Luckily, I only work like 5 minutes from here. But sorry, I gotta go now. I wish I could hang out with y'all for longer. My goal eventually is to be a full-time content creator, traveling, showing you all the world through my eyes, and live streaming as much as I can. But for right now, I gotta work. I gotta go make money. So thank you so much for hanging out with me. It means a lot to me. Please hit that like button if you haven't yet. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed yet. Help me build up this community, or become a channel member. Channel members get early access to all my videos. Other than that, thank you. I appreciate it. I'll be on tomorrow, um, a little bit earlier than today, but I'll try to do a good hour live stream again tomorrow. Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful night or day, depending on where you're at. Stay safe out there, and I hope to see y'all tomorrow.